Okay, we'll go over usage of the satellite internet now. The satellite receiver for the Starlink is in the gear locker. It's the grayish key that opens this up. Come over here. In order to get to it, it's behind the water tank. And I usually take out, or at least move to the side, the outdoor carpet. So it's in this bag right here. And underneath the front passenger seat is the base to it. If you ordered the internet. In order to set it up and for it to work, it needs to be kind of free of obstructions. So away from trees, anything that may obstruct its view of the sky. And we're just gonna set it up right here so that, for an example for y'all. So the next thing, I usually stage that in a place I want to put it. We'll go into the camper and grab the cord for it. So the cord for the Starlink is under here. It's a 150-foot communication cable. So what I normally do, take this out. Got a little organizing clip to it. There's two ends here. One end is kind of straight, the other end is kind of like a 90. This straight one is the one that plugs in to the Starlink. So take this out. Here's the base of the receiver. The plug slides into here.
And that was which one?
That was a longer one. You couldn't put that one in there if you tried though. So it's
that one does not go in
that
there.
Goes into the router. This one right here goes into the satellite itself. But there's only one way it really fits. And then it slides into the base, only one way also, and clips down there, makes it a lock. Okay, then what I do is lay out the cord in an organized fashion. So I lay out the cord over to here, this side of the camper. So this is, if you look right here behind the driver's side, there is a little hatch that goes into the electrical compartment. So I push that through a bit. And then the rest of the cable, if there's excess, just to keep it tidy, I kind of stick it right inside the bed right there. Okay, now we're gonna go back into the camper to hook it up to the router. Right next to the Goal Zero battery bank, there'll be the Starlink router, just like this. There's two cables to it. One right next to it here is the power cable. That plugs in to the base. There's only one way to really plug these in. You can't really mess it up too bad. And then, if you look back, the cable that we pushed through here just a second ago is sitting right here. So that gets plugged into the bottom of the router also. And I usually kind of keep it out of the way. Put the router on the side here, and then that can plug in to the 120 volt inverter.
Make sure you have the button pressed on.
Press the button and it turns on. Okay, the router is going to take a little bit to boot up. While it boots up, you need to have the Starlink app downloaded.
So make sure you do that before you leave town and don't have reception.
On the back of the router, we will have the Wi-Fi name and the password. We have it on a little label. We haven't put it on here yet, but it will be right on the back of the router, so make it easy. So, you need to first connect to the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi that this router puts out is called Max Home. And like I said, it'll be written on the back of the router. Then I'm going to log into the Starlink app. I'm going to open up the Starlink app. Once you're in the Starlink app, you can control the internet. So right now it's in what they call stow mode. Stow mode means that it's not doing anything. That's how you stow it. But once you plug it in and turn it on, the satellite, the satellite itself outside here ends up starts searching for satellites and connecting to the internet. It takes approximately 15 minutes to really stabilize the internet, and it usually gets better over time. So if you are going to be in a place that you don't have internet in the beginning, I would try a different area to get a little bit different view of the sky. There's not as many flying satellites up here as other places, so you kind of have to figure out where exactly they are. But it does everything automatically. So right now, you know, I'm connected. It's trying to connect to the internet. It's going to take about 15 minutes to do that. Okay.